Hi, this is Katie. In today's video, I want to do a very highly requested video and show you all the pins and patches on my ceiling. So a lot of you guys know that I've been living in my car on and off for about 9 years, and I've been collecting pins and patches and pictures and stuff like that and hanging them on my ceiling, kind of like as you would hang something on your fridge or have like a gallery wall or something like that. You know, just how I decorate my car. I like to put stuff on my ceiling. And so I just wanted to have this video where I go through all my pins, all my pictures, all my patches, and kind of explain to you guys, you know, some backstories, give you guys some explanations of why I have them and stuff like that. So if you're interested in this video, I hope that you are subscribed and I hope that you keep watching. Okay, so I am going to show you guys my ceiling and explain to you all the pins and stuff, so you're not gonna see my face for a while. I know, you're gonna miss it, I know it's so sad, but let me show you my ceiling. Okay, this is gonna be hard to show you. Let me get out of my car and see if I can show you like more of an overall view of it. Okay. So I would say I have about a quarter of my ceiling filled with pictures and pins and patches. Now, I guess I will just go like kind of through section by section. So you guys know that I use these pins obviously as decoration and to hold up my patches, but I also use them when I'm sleeping in my car to hold up the t-shirts that I use to cover my windows. So these are like very multi-purpose. So I just wanted to go through and just kind of explain some of my favorites and where I got some of them. Okay, all right, this is so much fun. I'm not the most sentimental person, but I do love having some little like reminders of places I've been, you know? So let's just start with this one, little Grand Teton, little bear. Look how cute he is. The Grand Tetons, it's just like my favorite place probably in the country. I literally have a tattoo of the Grand Tetons on my arm. I love it so much. That is in Wyoming, right south of Yellowstone. I highly recommend if you've never been to the Tetons to go. This is a Kendo pin. This is my favorite band in the entire world. They're called the Reign of Kendo, but I think a lot of people just kind of call them Kendo. They're like jazzy rock, like poppy alternative, like they're like basically every genre mixed into one. They're my favorite band ever, and I have a bunch of Kendo pins. There's one, here's another one. Yeah, they're just my favorite band of all time. So these two pins are from Teddy Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, which is another one of my favorite national parks. I think it's really underrated. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but they have bison, and bison are my favorite animal. And so these are some pins from there. This is a Portland pin. I don't know if you guys know, I used to live in Portland, actually. I lived in Portland, oh gosh, like 8 years ago or something for like 5 months. And so there's a pin from Portland. PDX, I think, is their airport code, I think. So PDX is Portland. And then to jump to the patches, I think I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth, like depending on the area, show you pins and then patches and pictures. So here's one of my patches. Most of my patches are from national parks, not all, but most. And so this one's from Yellowstone, which is obviously one of the best national parks. I love it so much. And obviously also I got a bison on it because bison are my favorite animals. This is a Bayside pin. This is probably 10 or 15 years old. Bayside is one of my other favorite bands. I would say Bayside's my favorite like emo band. If you like emo music, Bayside is one of my favorites for sure. And then another of my favorite bands is the Beatles. This is the Revolver pin that I have. This pin is actually probably one of my favorite pins that I have that says I Heart Mondays. And then I don't know what MSL is. I think it's like a bank or something. I got this at some like thrift store or vintage store. I'm pretty sure in Charleston about 2 years ago. And this is just one of my favorite pins. I love Mondays. I really am such a proponent of loving every single day. And if you have a job or a lifestyle where you hate every single Monday, then I would recommend, you know, seeing if you could change that lifestyle or change your mindset, you know? But I just love every single day. And so I just really like that this says I Heart Mondays because I feel like a lot of people don't like Mondays and I do. And so I really like that pin a lot. Here's another Bayside pin. And here is a pin. Where is this from? I don't remember where that's from. I want to say Portland. Does it say on here? I don't remember where that's from. But these are holding up my Grand Teton National Park patch. I think I actually have 2 Teton ones. Yeah, here's another one that I have from Coulter Bay, which is my favorite part of the Tetons. I love that patch. But that's one of my Teton patches. And then up here I have a Grand Canyon National Park patch. And this one is held up by a Museum of the Rockies, which is in Bozeman pin. And then a pin that just says Reed on it, which is cute. And then here's a little patch of like a little camper, which I thought was cute, held up by a porcupine. I don't remember where I got either of these, but I do like those though. Let's just, I guess, just go straight up. So this bee, I think, was my dad's mom's pin. And so I have that, so that's really beautiful, and that's hanging up here. Here's a pin from Austin. I also used to live in Austin, if you guys did not know that. And I think I got this I Heart Tacos pin from, I think I got it from Porque No in Portland, which was a delicious, delicious taco place in Portland. And then this is my Arches National Park patch that is in Utah, beautiful national park. And then here's a White House patch that I got when I went to the White House, obviously. Here's a Bukowski pin. I really like his poetry. I actually have one of his quotes tattooed on my leg that says, "Find what you love and let it kill you," which to me is like a very like passion, you know, like put your passion into something kind of quote. Here's a St. John's Bridge pin that I'm pretty sure is in Portland. Here's another Teddy Roosevelt National Park pin. And then here are some stickers from In-N-Out Burger. You guys know In-N-Out is like my favorite place in the whole entire world. And so here's some stickers. And here's a little adventure pin, another Kendo pin. And then there's Rocco of the Snow, who actually is the keyboard player of the Reina Kendo. So I have one of his stickers. His solo music is so good. Another Kendo pin. And then a Drugs Aren't Cool pin, because drugs are not cool. And then here's a couple just like floating pins. Some of the random like floating pins, there's a couple up there, and there's a couple down here, and there's some over here too. Those are generally because those are the ones that I have used to hang up the t-shirts when I sleep. So that's why there's just a couple like floating ones. But anyway, one more Teddy Roosevelt one, a Something Corporate one. Please let me know in the comments if you guys ever listen to Something Corporate. They were one of my favorite bands. Here's another Montana pin, a Just Surrender pin, which is such a throwback of emo music. And then here's a sticker that says, "I was gluten-free before it was cool," from the Dotted Lime, which is about an hour-ish south of Nashville in Tennessee. And it's a gluten-free restaurant. And they had this sticker that I thought was very, very fitting because I've been off gluten for like 10 years. Okay, this is another one of my favorite pins that says "Doing." I think a lot of you guys know, I think that words are very important. Like our words matter, you know, and if we say something like, "Oh, I'll try to call you later," that's a lot different than saying, "I will call you later," you know? And so I think doing is such like an active word, and I like that reminder, like you are doing things, you know? All right, so over here, a Yellowstone pin with a little trailer on that, and another Bayside pin with a Bozeman patch. And then here's a National Park Service from REI. Here's a little patch of the US with a Get Lost in Montana pin, and a pin that has an A on it. I don't know why I have this. I feel like someone gave it to me, I think, a couple of years ago, I think. Here's a little Polaroid picture of when I was in San Diego a couple of years ago with a Montana pin. Montana is my favorite state. I think a lot of you guys know that, so I have several Montana pins. Here's another In-N-Out sticker with another Reina Kendo pin and a little snail, a flying snail. I think this is a Hello Goodbye pin. I think that band Hello Goodbye, I think that's one of their pins, I think. And then, so let's go down here and then kind of go back up. Here's a Going to the Sun Road patch from Glacier National Park in Montana. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then here's another Montana pin. Here's another Portland pin and another National Park Service pin. This pin, I think I honestly just got from like, I don't know. I think some like business or something just had pins and I took them. Here's a Teddy Roosevelt National Park patch with a Teddy Roosevelt National Park pin and a Bayside pin. And then this is just a little cutout that is Psalm 56:10 through 11. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. It says, "In God, whose word I praise, in the Lord, whose word I praise. In God I trust, I will not be afraid. What can mere humans do to me?" And that's the CSB version. I'm pretty sure the ESV version says, "What can flesh do to me?" And that is just one of my favorite Bible verses. Like, what can humans do to me? I have God. I have God protecting me. God's on my side. Humans cannot ruin me. So I really, really like that as well. So I have that hanging up. Another Yellowstone pin, a bestseller pin. That's just fun. I have a New Haven pin. This is from New Haven, Connecticut. Here's a Jack's Mannequin pin, which is another band that I used to love. Another Jack's Mannequin pin there as well. Here's a Zion National Park patch that's from the Narrows, which is a very cool place to hike. Highly, highly recommend. And that's held up by a Parthenon pin from Nashville and a Jesus pin. And then here's a couple other pins, Jack's Mannequin, Montana, Teddy Roosevelt. Here's a truck, like a tractor trailer kind of truck. I think that's really cool. Here's a sticker that says, "I'd rather be in Montana." Because Montana, again, is my favorite state. I don't know where I got that shopping cart from. I don't know. I don't know, I think maybe someone gave that to me. Here's a little Culver's tag. Here's another one. This is when I got number 1. I kept that. Here is a picture of when I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. A little screenshot from Social Blade. So I have that up there, held by a Teddy Roosevelt pin here, another one here, and then just an adventure pin right there. Here's another reading pin, an Acadia patch that's held up by another Bayside pin, and then a something corporate pin. A lot of my pins are old band pins because that's when I really used to start collecting pins, was like 10, 15 years ago. So a lot of Bayside, something corporate, Jack's Mannequin, stuff like that. And then again, here's another one of my Grand Teton Culture Bay patches held up by a little bison and another Jack's Mannequin pin. And then here's a Tennessee Aquarium patch held up by a hot dog. This is in Chattanooga, I believe. And I think this actually even was a pin from a hot dog place in Chattanooga, I think. And then another Kindo pin. And then I have my little Zion National Park Junior Ranger badge. That is like a little like plastic pin kind of thing that I actually got because the first time I went to Zion was, a very long time ago, like 7, 8 years ago or so. And I ended up befriending a park ranger there. And I helped him out a little bit, like cleaning up trash and stuff. And so he said that I actually, did some work in the park. So I got one of these little pins for that, which I think is very, very cute. I also have a postcard from Long Island that one of my subscribers sent to me actually a couple of years ago that I thought was really cool. So I hung that up with a hello goodbye pin and then a little compass pin over there that's from a bookstore. And then this, this is my newest addition to my ceiling. It says, Kaylin, warmest wishes this holiday season. Merry Christmas, Ed Carney. Ed Carney is my dad. And he sent this to someone that he does some work with, but it got sent back. And so he crossed it out and put my name on it and gave it to me like a week ago. And he's like, I don't think I gave you a Christmas card, so here. I thought it was so funny. So this was like just a little joke between me and my dad, and so I hung that up there with a Jack's Mannequin pin, a Be Positive pin over there, which was the singer of Jack's Mannequin and something corporate. He also had some pins that said Be Positive on them. And then a 406 pin, which is the area code for all of Montana. Okay, just a few more things. Here's a postcard from Teddy Roosevelt National Park, which I love because it says wildlife petting chart and it's a bison. It's just like every part of a bison, basically different ways of saying, do not pet me here. Like, nope, on the top of his head. How fast are you? Vacation over, think again, ouch. No. And down here, do you have insurance? This is so funny. You guys know I'm such a big advocate of, when you go to a national park, remember that all the animals there are wild animals. Do not go up to them. Don't try to pet them. Don't try to take selfies with them. And so here's just a semi-funny reminder of that. I really like that. So I put that up here with, again, another Reina Kindo pin, a National Park Service pin, and a Jack's Mannequin pin. And then down here, I have just a cute little bison from Teddy Roosevelt with a Be Positive pin that's upside down and a dotted line pin. So it's the same of that gluten-free restaurant, but just holding up a bison because they're my favorite animals. And then down here, just some floating pins from Big Sky, Montana, the Tetons, a reading pin. It says read more books, another Bayside pin. And then here I have another bison held up by a Bayside pin and a Do Something Wild pin. This is another one of my favorites. Can you see that? There's a glare. There we go. Do Something Wild. I love that. And then this is another recent little addition. This is a receipt from when I went to the Isle of Palms County Park a couple weeks ago. I just have that up there. And then I think the last thing on my ceiling is actually one of the most important things. This picture of Yellowstone National Park. This is up in the Mammoth Campground. And this is a picture taken the first time I ever went to Yellowstone. A lot of you guys, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've heard me tell the story of the first time I ever went on a long road trip was 9.5 years ago with my friend Matt. And we drove all over the country for a month. And we lived in my car for a month, driving all over the country. And during that trip was the first time I ever went to Yellowstone. And we were there in like mid-late October. And if you know anything about Yellowstone in mid-late October, it gets freezing. And we stayed at Mammoth, which was the only open campground, I believe, because it was kind of when the season started to slow down. And at night, it got like below 30. It was freezing and we were not prepared. We had like backyard, like 50-degree sleeping bags. We were so cold, but we ended up staying for 2 nights. And when I woke up one morning, this was the view outside of my tent. And it was just such like a turning point in my life. Like that whole road trip was a turning point in my life. That is what led me to want to travel more and live out of my car more. And that's really the reason why I've been having my lifestyle the way I have the last 9.5 years. And so this picture is one of those starting points. This picture right outside my tent in Mammoth in October in Yellowstone in 2012. And that's held up by another Kendo pin, a Find Your Adventure pin, and a little Gumball Boutique pin. I don't even know what that is, but that's there. And that's a very, very important picture to me. And honestly, even if I didn't live in my car at all, I still think that I would decorate my ceiling like this. I think it's just so fun to have my car decorated like this. It makes it feel a little homier, you know, and reminds me of all of the stuff that I've done and all the things that I've seen. So I think that's it. I don't think I've skipped any of them. But yeah, so that's all the national parks I've been to. I have patches too. And then just a couple really important pictures and just a few other things. So yeah, stuff that's all really important to me, really means a lot to me. And that has happy memories. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit more about my ceiling and seeing why I decorate my car the way that I do, and just kind of, you know, seeing a little bit more of the personal side of me. I'm not the most sentimental person, but I do like keeping little souvenirs here and there of places that I've been to and places that I love. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about my cute little ceiling. And yeah, if you liked this video, again, I really hope that you're subscribed, and I really hope that you're following me on Instagram as well. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.